And if you watch some of conservative media, you would think people are mourning a target. When you look at the pictures and what they are focusing on. Okay, so people should not be rioting. But do you understand what is behind that rioting? People should not be looting. Do you understand what's behind that looting? Do you have as much outrage for that, or for a man on the ground with a police officer with his knee on his neck for 8-9 minutes? What are you more outraged by? What matters more? As you said, a highly insured store. No one wants to lose their business. Don't get me wrong, and don't twist what I'm saying. There's nuance, and I know people will say, "Oh well, don't say that I'm encouraging rioting." I'm not encouraging rioting. I'm trying to explain to you what is going on there and why so many people are so outraged and upset. So when you really think about it, why are you mourning a Target store or an auto body store or an automobile store, and you're not placing that same emphasis, if not more, on the conditions that led to this happening, on the injustice that that man felt on the ground? That wasn't just police brutality. That was torture. That is torture. We saw a man in the span of 2 weeks or so. We have seen 2 deaths happen right in front of our eyes, Chris. We saw Ahmaud Arbery. We saw him gunned down on videotape by people who thought that they were the cops when they aren't, that they had the authority of police officers when they don't. No badge, just a gun, okay? And then we saw a man in Minneapolis dying on camera because an officer put his knee on his neck and had no regard for a life. So this is what we're watching playing out. Which one enrages you more? Which one is more important? What are you going to focus on? The conditions that the people are living under, the conditions that got them there, or things that don't really matter in the long run? You can go buy, you can reclaim and get back clothing, any material object, food, gum, whatever they sell in those stores. Those people can get it back. Sorry it happened, but you cannot get a life back. And there have been so many people who have lost their lives, so many families who have grieved, or who are grieving and have lost a loved one, can never get it back. Put your focus on the right thing, and maybe you won't have to grieve the looting of a Target store. I have to run because there's stuff happening in Minneapolis. My producers are in my